Hello, CS4IPS champions. Amber Hudson here. I am the Education Director at First Makerspace, and we have some information that we wanted to share with you. If you were unable to attend the fall meetup session that we did on the 28th of September, we want to pass along a few key pieces of information that might be helpful to you as you continue on your Dash and Dot journey. And so a few announcements first. One important piece of information is that the Wonder Workshop community is holding a math webinar tomorrow. If you have signed up for the online Wonder Workshop newsletter, you've probably gotten bombarded with information about this. They are really pushing these new math lessons that they have created. You can find access to these math lessons in Class Connect, or if you don't have access to Class Connect, contact us because we do have codes for your year-long subscription to Class Connect. So if you reach out to Mary or I, we will be sure to get those codes to you so that you can begin using Class Connect. But regardless, if you log into your class curricular library, you will find now a new tab with these math specific lessons on it. They are continually adding new lessons to this, and it's been a great resource for teachers that I have spoken to who have used it. So this is the link to register for that math webinar tomorrow. It does take place at noon, but I believe if you register for it, then you have access to it after the webinar it takes place live. So you would be able to access that later in the day. We'll be sending you this PowerPoint with this information in it, so you'll have the direct links to that. The second update we want to give you is an IT update. We've had a couple teachers reach out to us about having difficulty finding the Blockly apps. What we have been told by IPS IT is that these are located in the app portal, not in Clever, but through the app portal. That seemed to be a little bit confusing to some teachers. But that is what we've been told. We have also sent out a request for written directions on how to access this app portal and the apps that are there. We do know that Blockly and the Go and Path apps are in this portal. Hopefully the Wonder app will be added to that, and the Q app will be added as well if they're not already there. But we do know if you are having trouble with this, to communicate directly with the IT person that's connected to your building. And if you don't have a building IT person, reach out to the district level. We feel like the more they hear from the CS4IPS champions, the better chance we're going to have to make sure they understand that these apps are being used by classroom teachers and they are important to what's happening in your computer science classes. And of course, let us know as well if you're having difficulty with that, and we will reach out to them too. The last announcement that we have is just a new link. This is in addition to the Blockly link that was shared if you attended the summer CS4IPS refresher course. This is a different version of the landing page for the web-based version of Blockly. This works for both Dash and Q, which is kind of nice because if you're a K-8 teacher and you have all of those grade levels, you can go to this one place, code.makewonder.com/landing, and you'll find the apps, what's the web-based version of the app for Dash and for Q. One teacher recommended taking this landing page link and putting it in your personal Canvas or personal Clever page. And that's a great idea because then students know where to go to access this. So I thought that was a helpful tip. We did ask for some teachers to share some success stories that they've had so far in using Dash in the classroom. And honestly, everything that we heard came back as just pure excitement on the student standpoint. When the robots are pulled out, when they know they're coming to a special where they can use the robots. One teacher shared about using it with one of her special ed autistic students that is a high functioning student that just absolutely knows everything about robotics. And he has figured out all the pieces and components of Dash and how he works and just the excitement that that brings for him. So we just want to encourage you to keep sharing those stories with us. We plan to meet again in the next quarter. So probably we're looking at avoiding December, but either November or January as we kind of try to do this quarterly. So we want to hear what's happening in the classroom, what's working and what's not working. So be ready to share those great stories with us. If you do have questions for us, we're trying to figure out the best way to connect IPS teachers together in a platform that would allow them to ask questions of one another. But for now, until we can make that happen or figure out what the best way is, please reach out to us with your questions and we can help to share information that other teachers have given us or connect you with another teacher that is, what we consider to be these great champions of computer science. So please let us know at any point in time. We want this, you as the teacher, as the educator, are the center of this relationship that we have going on. It connects our staff at First Makerspace to your school administrators and then the students, but you are that key component. And we want to make sure that you feel like you're supported, that you feel like you have the resources that you need to go back and teach some really great lessons with Dash and Dot. And feel free to reach out to us if needed. We would love to know what is the best way for you to connect with other CS4IPS champions. So do you have a preference that that's a regular email newsletter type of thing or a Facebook group that's just for CS4IPS champions? We'd love to hear some feedback and information on that. You will receive, along with this PowerPoint and this brief video, a questionnaire that'll allow you to share some of this information, because we would also like to know what day and time of day works best for you. We understand that most schools are not out until 3:45, so this meeting may have taken place just a tad bit too early. So if we have the opportunity to meet at a time that's convenient for the most CS4IPS champions, we want to make sure we do that. On this last page, you'll find the information to reach out to Mary and I if you have questions. So please feel free to find us via email or through our website. You can also reach us that way at firstmakerspace.com. But thank you again for your time, and we're just excited about what's happening at IPS. Thanks.